Hey folks, Spike here with Coastal Repurpose. Haven't posted anything on this page in a while because I've been preoccupied for the last 5 years with another hobby that I have going on. Some friends and mine and myself, we have a YouTube channel where we hunt mostly Native American artifacts, some metal detecting and stuff. So that's been taking up a lot of our time. But I still do like to do repurposing from time to time, and my daughters both do the same thing. So I got some stuff that I'll try to be posting here in the next few weeks. But right now I want to share this little project with you. This is what I call my shelter in place project. Back when all this started, I knew I wanted to build a TV stand, and I've been looking for something to make this out of for a couple of years, and I just lucked up and found one a couple of months ago. And I picked this. It's the top to an old china cabinet, and I picked it up. Actually, it was in a scrap yard, and it was dirty and pretty rough shape, but I knew it had potential. As they say, it had good bones. It was solid wood, and I had something in my mind that I wanted to do with it. And of course I got it home and cleaned it up, and first thing I had to do was wipe it down, get all the dust out of it, clean it up. There was a little piece on the backing inside the cabinet and the bottom of the cabinet that it was coming unglued, and because it's like a Luan, it's a laminate, and I glued it back together. And then I took all the hardware off, took the doors off, the handles off, and the hinges, put them aside, because I knew that I didn't want any paint on them. And I had it in the back of my mind that the way I wanted it on a ivory colored off-white, and I wanted to do it with a dry brush. The top of it, as you can see, is it's hollow. It's just the molding around the top, and it's just a hollow spot on the top. So I knew I had to build a top for it, and I wanted solid wood, so I ended up using ponderosa pine. I didn't want a laminate because everything else was solid, and I didn't really care about how good the texture was on the wood because I wanted it to look old and beat up anyway. And ponderosa pine that works really well for that, and it's not that expensive. And then I had to build the base, and I wanted the base to sort of reflect the top, but I didn't want it to be a mirror image of it. So I built the base the same dimensions basically as the top to give it balance, and then I just routed the bottom to match the piece I'd routed at the top, and I didn't want it sitting right on the floor, so I put actually I used 2x4s as legs under the bottom, and then I put some little Teflon buttons like you put on the bottom of chair legs in the bottom of those, and that helps lift it off of the floor just about a quarter to a half inch, and it keeps the skirt from sitting right on the floor and putting so much weight on it, because that's mostly decorative anyway. And I had it in the back of my mind that the way I wanted it on a ivory colored off-white, and I wanted to do it with a dry brush. But I found something on YouTube that took that a step further, and that was dry brushing the paint on and then spraying it with a little water, or dipping your brush in some water, and when your paint starts to get thick and tacky on your wood, you just put a little water on it, and it helps it to flow, and it gives it that grainy look. And I knew that's where I wanted to stop with it. I didn't want to go any further because it looked so good. Then I wanted to put some lights in it, and because I want to use it as a display case to display some of my artifacts, some of my bottles, and some of the fossils and stuff that I have. And I can't say how pleased I am with it enough, because it turned out actually better than I could have hoped it would. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you do, give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. Thank you.